Hey Genshin Goons, my name is Varsona and I'm here to show you how to perform Dragon Strike on Kazuha today. Now, there are other guides out there for Dragon Strike, but I found that Kazuha is a very easy character to perform Dragon Strike with, and I'm going to show you how, and also explain to you kind of what's going on in a quick and easy way. So if you've never tried Dragon Strike before, or were wondering what else you can do with Kazuha and his very fun kit, well, here's the video for you. What? Alright, so first of all, what is Dragon Strike? Dragon Strike is an advanced Genshin technique that utilizes a certain programming function of Genshin Impact to allow you to perform plunge attacks in places where you otherwise cannot. It is different from Footstool because it requires hit stun. What the heck is hit stun? Every time in this game where you swing and hit an enemy, the game will freeze for a couple frames. Now, frames, there are 60 frames per second usually, so this is like 1/60th or 2/60th of a second. Now, what's important about this is if you were to perform a dodge jump, which is pressing dodge and jump in succession almost at the same time, not at the same time, you press dodge first and then jump immediately after, you will launch yourself further than normal. When you do this, you launch yourself a bit further than your jump height, which allows you to plunge attack. As we know, if you jump normally in a flat ground, you can't plunge attack. But if you jump off a steep hill or anything like that, you can, and that has to do with jump height. So if your character can exceed jump height, then you can perform a plunge attack. Now, Kazuha can naturally plunge attack with his elemental skill, so it's not really a necessary technique, but it does extend the amount of cool stuff you can do with Kazuha, as well as being very satisfying to pull off when you do a double dunk on an enemy. Check it out, right? It's pretty sick. Lots of damage. His plunge attack ratios are amazing anyway, so the more times you can plunge attack, the better. Now, normally, Dragon Strike is much harder on swords as it favors heavier hitting weapons. For some reason or another, weapons like claymores give you more hit stun or hit lag, whatever you want to call it, than swords and polearms. So you get more frames when you hit an enemy of like the frame freeze that we talked about earlier than a sword. But why is it easy to do on Kazuha? Well, Kazuha's 5th and final normal attack does two things. It's a multi-hit move, which means you have more opportunity of dodge jumping at the correct time where the enemy is getting the little frame freeze during your hit stun. Now, the other part is that the move actually launches Kazuha forward, and that momentum carries when you dodge jump, so you can actually use that to propel yourself further, which also means that Kazuha can footstool. Footstooling is a simpler version of Dragon Strike, where you're not really manipulating the game's hit system. Footstooling, to put it simply, is using the enemy's hitbox to push yourself further above jump height. I have another video guide that I'll link somewhere below if you're interested in footstooling, but that's also another way you can plunge attack with Kazuha, because of the way he propels himself with his 5th attack. Now, I do want to note real quick that if you are fighting smaller enemies, his 5th attack actually will knock them back, making it so you can't footstool them. Now, one final thing about these two techniques is that it's a cool way of dodging attacks. So, learning this is beneficial not only for your DPS, but also to avoid getting hit. So yeah, outside of looking cool, flexing to your friends, and having more fun, I don't see a downside to learning this technique. If this video was helpful, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And for those of you who stuck around this long, I have a special trailer for you. The trailer is for the next episode of Epic Teyvat, a Genshin Impact machinima where your favorite Genshin characters go on cool adventures and fight each other. Because reasons. Okay, here we go.